2, 3. What's up, guys? Welcome back to In the Woods podcast. It's your boy, AB motherfucking Cuban. Back at to give another video. What's up, Mar?
Yeah, what's the deal, man?
Shit, we chilling. We got a special guest, but before I introduce my special guest, I had to, crack open my beer. My favorite beer in the world, 805. So 805, if you watch this, make sure you sponsor me. Also, we don't have Havana Club today. I didn't have a chance to run to the liquor store and get me some, but Havana Club too. Sponsor me. That's a fact. But I got a special guest here in the woods. But give me 1 second. I'm back. Sorry. So my special guest here, man. I met her in high school. I don't know how the hell we started calling each other Papi and Mami. I don't know how that happened. But Cassandra, Mami, welcome into the woods. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me here. I think it's funny that you said you don't know how we started calling each other Papi and Mommy, because I was literally thinking about that when you had hit me up, right. And I was thinking like, dang, he was like, oh, you down to do the podcast with us? And I was like, Papi, yes, I'm down to do the podcast. And I was thinking like, when did it start? Like, it just came out of nowhere. And then like I remember you getting with Lydia, and then off the rip I just started calling her Mommy, and she was like, okay, and then she got on it and she just started calling me Mommy. I was like, if I'm gonna be calling your man Papi, I gotta call you Mommy so you can know that I'm not just calling your man Papi just to call him Papi. Or anything.
And it's weird because people in high school, they would be like, why did she call you that? And I'm like, to be honest, I have no idea.
right.
We just started calling each other Mommy. I think it's just like a Cuban thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, Papi, Mommy.
I never thought twice about it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, people be like, like Lydia won't get mad. I'm like, well, Lydia calls her Mommy too. Mm-hmm. Like, it's I don't know how it started, but
yeah.
How I remember you also, you were in cheerleader.
Yeah.
Sorry. And you're always super excited and shit. I'm like, oh, and she's always walking around like, and that was me too. I was always walking around making noise so people know that I'm coming. and you always had candy, so you was a candy lady, like
so candy.
She got the slang.
Biggest entrepreneur. Oh my god.
People was slinging drugs. Mommy was slinging candy.
Yeah, slinging candy.
You feel me?
And granola bars.
Yeah.
And you're a wrestler. I got your granola bar.
I got your granola bar.
You cutting weight. I got you. I went for the Mexican candy.
That is so funny.
She had the Mexican candy. I did you just decided to say, oh, you know what? I'm gonna start selling candy.
Yeah, and you know what? My older sister, she had sold candy when she was in high school and stuff too, and that was just like it was the easiest way to make money as someone like, because in California they're like, oh, you can't get your first job till you're like 16 or 18, like. But if you sold candy at school, you could start that at like 14.
You can do anything.
And then, you know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of like this. Yes, right. And so I just was kind of like, I'm going to just sell candy, like, until I can go get an actual job. Like, I'm going to create one for myself. And, like, people, remember those big honey buns and those big Texas cinnamon rolls? Like, everybody was, like, addicted to those. It was just like, all right, cool.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, it's a big-ass box. And she will carry that box around. Oh, you want that? Yeah, slang. And then she had 2 bags with the Mexican candy, and then she got her book bag and shit. She was just, doing schoolwork, and then you got your money back.
Yeah, you know? Right, for real. Out here, good times, man. I made a lot of money for sure. Like.
Question: how much money did she make?
She made a lot of money off of me. For sure. I ain't gonna lie.
No, I honestly would say like I would make between like $300 to $500 a week. Like, off of selling. Yeah, out here, and then I remember, like, that's when I had bought my first iPhone. Like, I was paying my own cell phone bill, and like, cause when you're a kid, like, my mom would be like, oh, give me that phone, you're not paying attention, like, you playing too much. But, like, at this point, I'm like, this is my phone. I paid for it. Like, you can't take this, it's mine. And I pay my phone bill, so, like.
Exactly. That's crazy.
But, yeah.
$500, that's what I'm making 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, man, just, like. Just giving people what they want. Hell yeah.
That's a lot.
Right,
that's like me, doing my thing. I have money, but I was doing it another way.
Hey, you made your money, though.
We don't want to talk about that.
You made your money, though. That's
I made your money, you feel me? But after high school, what did you...
I think that was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That
was an 805 moment. But after high school, what did you end up doing? Because we didn't lose touch, but we did. I think when people get out of high school, a lot of people go their separate ways, and you don't really see them unless you, like, the other day we seen you at the store, and that's the only way that we'll probably see each other. But what did you do after high school? What was that? Because you before we get everything started, you doing your thing. Like, I see you doing your thing out, in social media and everything.
So I appreciate
I know that you went to Texas to go to school?
For grad school, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So after high school, I went to Cal State San Bernardino, which is like 30 minutes away.
Okay.
And I got my bachelor's in liberal studies because I just knew I wanted to be a teacher. I was just like, that was like always my dream to be a teacher.
Wow.
And then I got like extremely involved in college, and then I learned like, oh, you could be a teacher like outside of the classroom. So kind of like doing ASB for a living, like for college students. So like essentially, and so through getting super involved in college, being like an RA or an orientation leader, like programming for like the cultural centers on campus and stuff, like I was just like, oh, I can like be the supervisors and the directors and the people who work here who lead the students to do this kind of stuff. It became really interesting, and then that's when I found out about student affairs, is what they call it. And so I went and I got my master's in higher education and at the University of Houston. So I moved out of state for 2 years, which was like really like, it was kind of crazy because I didn't know nobody out there.
So hold on. So you went to Houston.
Yeah, I went to Houston.
Hold on. How was that live?
Oh my God.
Were you a hot girl out
Real
there?
hot girl shit. No.
More got that experience in last podcast. He said, how was the girl? How was the girl? How was the guys? How was the guys?
Honestly, Houston is definitely different from California. Okay, so ironically, it's so crazy. I moved out there, y'all, and like my second week staying out there, that's when they had Hurricane Harvey.
Oh shit!
So that I was just like, what the fuck? Hurricanes in California? We only see those in movies. I can give my 3-second earthquake and let me bounce. Like,
exactly.
and they're like, no, we have hurricane season every year. I'm like, a season of hurricane.
But
Like,
is Houston close to the coast?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it? Damn, I need to go back to school.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's definitely it's down there. It's down there.
So what was that like?
It was scary though, because I was just like, I never been so close to a hurricane, you know what I mean? And like literally looking outside and seeing like freeways be underwater, or just kind of like people's like living spaces flooding and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, oh, this ain't I might have to do an online program. I need to go back home. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? And then so a little bit, obviously over time, like the flood goes away. But like, that was kind of scary. And like,
that's something different.
Yeah, and Houston was lit though. Overall, like, the people are nice, the food is good. And I think the minorities are the majority. So like, I went there and like everywhere I went, it was like Latino, Mexican, or black people. It was like, I didn't really see that many white people. And so for me, it just kind of felt like, this is kind of crazy, because like usually when you out here in California, you count like, dang, I'm the only black person in this room. Yeah. Whereas like, dang, I only see one white person in this room. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, so it was kind of actually really refreshing too, because I felt like less of, you know how you do code switching? Yeah. And you didn't really have to code switch, because it's like everyone around you looks like you or has some type of identity that's similar to you. So it was a lot more comfortable. People talk about the Southern hospitality. It's a real thing. I remember like guys out there just very respectful and very sweet. And I'm just kind of like, this is different. Like, can you go teach these? Can you go teach these guys in California, because they're not. They don't know how to do any of that.
Some of us are, okay. Some of us are.
But it was different. But it definitely was very different. And just overall, the experience, the food was great. For sure. Like, I miss it. I miss Houston for sure.
What was your favorite dish out there?
Oh my gosh. I think this is something that a lot of Houstonians are gonna think is really basic, but it was this place called it was a place called Papados. So wait, no, the Turkey Leg Hut actually.
Ooh, that
and
sounds
so
fun. I love turkey legs.
The Turkey Leg Hut, they would have this brunch all the time, and just like the greens, whether it's the macaroni and cheese, the chicken, just everything, just delicious. Even the barbecue was good. Like, there were so many good barbecue spots. I think what I noticed about Houston is, or Texas in general, they're very big on like daiquiris and like mixed alcohol smoothie kind of type drinks, I guess you could say.
Fruity.
Oh my gosh. And like, people are like, oh, I need that fruity stuff, but that shit gets you like lit, like messed up. And I come to California and I'm like struggling to find like a frozen margarita. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but out there, they mix it, but it's like, you're going to get, all you need is that one little daiquiri and you're going to get messed up. You know what I mean? So it's pretty cool. And like they say, like, everything's bigger in Texas. The portion size of food and stuff definitely just,
it's like Mr. Hughes and shit.
Yeah.
But I have a friend. You talking about Houston? I have a friend at work. He's from Houston. I cannot understand anything he's saying. I cannot. I just look at them and say, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? What did you just say?
What did he be saying?
I don't know. I just shake my head.
Mama, what did he be saying?
I just
Oh my God!
head.
Yeah, they definitely have their own vernacular. I remember.
Crazy.
I remember when I first went down there, and like now I find myself saying it a lot too. They called everything a hoe. So they'd be like, hey, can you pass me that hoe? Like, hand me that hoe.
That's funny.
And one time this guy was like, can you pass me that hoe? And I was like, you call me a hoe? I was like, we don't even know each other. Like, what's going on? And then I was like, I'm just confused. And he was like, no, I was asking, can you pass me the salt? And I was just like, why you just call it salt? And they're like, that's just what we do. We call everything a hoe. And then like I noticed like over time I eventually be like, can you pass me that hoe right there? Like, and like I'm like, yeah. And like you know how we say, oh, you have to get on the 215. They don't say the before their freeways. So they'll be like, oh, you get on 215, you get on I-10, you get on, like, they say, there's no the. And if we say the, like, if you go out there and you be like, the 215, they'll be like, why do you talk about the freeway like that? Like, why don't you just say 15, 12? Like, wow, it's very, crazy. It's different. It was really interesting, but. That's
crazy. So, me and Lydia took a road trip. We did two times. I did, did this road trip a couple of times already. But we took a road trip to Florida, and we went from California to Florida. Mm-hmm. And, we stopped at it's a little town in Mississippi or Louisiana, little ass town. Sunday afternoon, and I'm like, man, all these white people are gonna be out here. Me and James's wife was the only fucking brown skin color, right? So I'm walking, and we went to this Cajun food restaurant. Man, that shit was bomb. Off top, like
white owners, black owners,
white.
In Florida.
It was in this town that I don't know where it is, but it's in Mississippi or Louisiana, somewhere there. Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I walk, it's on the phone with my mom and talking to her, and I open the door, and everybody looks at me and said, nope, all white people. It's Sunday. Everybody got out of church. I was like, fuck. So then I told James later, you guys going for shit, tell him, let you tell you guys now. So we walk in there, we're ordering, and then she tells us, where you guys from? You guys got a weird accent. Excuse me? Bitch, you got a weird accent. Like, super country accent. So I was like, man, and that's when I realized that we had an accent, California accent.
Yeah.
I don't know what that accent is, but we have an accent.
Yeah, to other people, yeah.
My boy from Houston that works with me, I was just like, boy, like, I don't understand.
What you saying?
What he be talking about?
No, he just, I don't know what I'm saying.
No, I don't know
what you're saying. I just shake my head because now he keeps going. Like, I'm like, But shout out to my boy Justin. That's my boy Justin. We're gonna have him in the podcast one of these days. It's gonna be funny. But Mami, so we made this podcast because this is our life. The woods is my life.
Yeah.
The woods is what it made me and my Marion. Where did you grow up?
So it depends. At what point in time in my life you're talking about? So I think from like the age of like 1 to like maybe like 6, I actually grew up in Mobile, and I went to Cloverdale Elementary School. I don't know if y'all know where that is.
Nope.
Me neither.
I don't remember.
Never heard it.
I don't remember where it is either.
I feel like I do,
but then
Lydia talks about it.
Yeah, from like the age of like 7 all the way to like maybe 14, 7, maybe 13. I lived in Pomona.
Okay.
And then I came back out here and did high school, and then
That's when you came.
Yeah, so I came back out here and I did high school and stuff out here. A little bit of middle school too, actually, out here.
Where'd you go to middle school out here?
I went to Badgers. But everybody went to Sunnymead. So everyone's like, oh, Sunnymead's lit. And I was just kind of like, I just moved back out here. I don't know what anything. I'm like, it don't matter to me. Like, I just moved back out here. I don't care. But then I went to Mobile. And I remember, like, us, when we go to Mobile, people like, Vista's better, Rancho's better. And we're just like, okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I guess, like, your school looks nice, but your people are a little trash. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, they're mean. They're not nice. Like, whereas I feel like Mobile, everyone's just, like, super chill, super cool. People have their situations, but like
crazy things. My mom didn't want me to go to Mobile. My mom wanted me to go to Vista. That's where my brother graduated from Vista. Wow. And my brother, I think, was the first class that graduated from Vista. So my mom's like, the first 5 you get in there in Mobile, I'm pulling you out.
Yeah.
She didn't find out.
She didn't hear about any of
it. She didn't hear none of that. The first day of my freshman year, got in a fight.
Yeah.
Didn't hear none. But you know, like every time I act when I got new workers at my job, like because I'm a supervisor, so I'm like want to get to know them. I said, "What school did you go to?" "Oh, Vista Ranch." So what is that face? So I went to Mobile.
Yeah.
You guys suck. What do you mean sports? Yeah, we do. I don't give a fuck. Your people, you know, we top down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Yeah.
Being a cheerleader, like as a you know, I mean, we were all right. We wasn't.
I ain't gonna hold y'all.
We were
Mobile's cheer squad, like with Christopher Hollis, with Lauren, Lindsay, Dana, and all them.
That shit was popping.
Yeah, our cheer squad was. I remember like other people's cheer coach coming over and being like, "Your girls are so loud. Like, your team's so loud." It's like, we're supposed to be.
Of
course, like after they left, it may not have been the same.
I didn't. Have you guys been back to Mobile?
No.
I see they're building a theater.
It's so
crazy.
fucking different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it definitely don't look like the high school we went to.
No, Lydia was. I haven't been there, but Lydia told me that like all the lockers are gone.
Oh yeah, they did.
Lockers are gone. You know the little planners that was between the lockers gone. I'm like, man, that was a pop. I think all the planners are gone. That was in the middle of the school are gone.
There was memories like just sitting at those planners, not want to go inside your classroom.
I can't even imagine that.
But I can't imagine that without like the lockers, you know, because those lockers covered a lot of stuff, fights, you know, kisses.
Fights, kisses, for real. You all let your locker cut.
Except the freshman lockers were not in.
They definitely played the freshmen with
those are not it.
I remember like I never used my freshman locker because my brother and sister went there. So I used their locker. So I always kind of had like the senior, junior locker the whole time. Like, I have my freshman locker, but I'm gonna go use my siblings because it was like, it's cool or whatever and whatnot. And so, but them freshman lockers just really wasn't it. And it's different. I don't know who's the principal now. I don't know.
I don't even know.
I definitely lost, I think, my last bit of attachment when Miss Harris left. Because I would go visit her still. Because me and Miss Harris, we're still very close. So she'll call me every now and then, like, how's it going? And she also was a professor at Cal State San Bernardino. So I would go to her classes at night just to visit her because I had lived on campus for a little bit. So I'd be like, I'm going to come to your class and say hi to all your students. And I'm like, you want some food?
Miss Harris, my freshman year, was the only class I passed. That was English and PE that I passed. And Miss Harris was cool as shit. Like I loved her class.
Are you still cool with any teachers from high school, or you go back to see anybody?
I went to go see Ms. LeBlanc. Not like I can't remember when, but it was that was the only teacher that I went. But Miss Harris used to go to a lot. I'm gonna bleep that out. But Miss Harris used to go to my job a lot. And, so I used to always see her and her husband, and she told me that she was moving. She moved to Kansas, right?
Yeah, she moved to Kansas, and she wasn't too far from me in Texas. Like we had made plans to go see each other, but again, I think it was around hurricane season. Because I'd be like, "Girl, I will come up to your place and come see you and stuff." Like literally. When you come back to California? I came back last summer.
No way! It seems like you've been here for a while now.
I know. I moved back last summer. And, I really just had my 1 year anniversary at work. July 1st was, like, my first day that I had started where I'm currently working. And then I was just like, dang, it's been a whole year already. Like,
So what are you doing now? Like, what is you still working in that school thing?
Yeah, so I work at UCR as a resident director. So people always be like, so like
if I get kicked out, can I go?
Like, can you come to my place?
Give me a little partner for a little bit.
Like, just for a couple of days. Just get my feet up.
So she can get over it.
Right. I'll let your mommy come save me.
All right. No, well, I'm getting kicked out. Mommy, she's kicking me out.
Mommy kicking you out. Okay, all right. I might have to stand in solidarity. But it's pretty cool. Really, just I like the residents. I like teaching them, educating them. Really trying to
you teach
make
too?
sure
like,
they have
you do like that teaching.
So
stuff?
it's not in classroom teaching.
Oh, okay.
So it's like teaching through like programming or just essentially it's teaching through programming and like putting in policies and stuff together to be like, hey, like I get it, you want to have fun, you want to get sloppy drunk. I can't stop you from doing that, but let me just at least kind of tell you how to do it responsibly. Like, you know what I mean? And let me encourage you to get an Uber. Make sure your friends are gonna take advantage of you. Like if something happens, here's who you report it to. Like making sure you know this because you'd be surprised all the crazy stuff that happens on college campuses. You know what I mean? So it's just like I want to make sure y'all know the resources that y'all have at your disposal should you go through like a traumatic experience or something that's unfortunate.
That's what's up. I'm gonna fuck with
big deal.
That's a big You
pretty
like
cool.
drink responsibly, motherfucker. Like,
right, huh? Like,
You at that young age telling people
yeah.
so much younger than
And
you.
so I think one of my biggest challenges is like when the students see me, they think that I'm another student.
Right.
Oh, hey. No, bitch.
Yeah,
I'm not a student. Knock it off. I'm your
like-
fucking
Teacher.
I'm
Right.
your teacher, bro.
I'm like, no, I work here. I promise. Like, I'm like, I'm like, all right, 2 degrees.
You're-
Go, like, get on 2 degrees in. Like,
You're talking
about
about
it.
bro. I'm gonna keep fucking playing footsies with you.
No,
shit.
you
but
y'all are a mess.
But you talk about fucking telling people like don't get wasted and shit. Did you ever get wasted in Houston?
And,
Like, when you get fucked up like
in Houston, only when I went to like family gatherings.
Okay. Oh
'Cause
shit, smart.
Yeah,
smart.
like I'm
That
very
makes sense.
precautious, and I think also just as a woman as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh my gosh! So for me, it's just kind of like if I'm in a place where I know like majority of the people there, and I know like they got my back. Oh yeah, and I don't have work the next day.
Exactly,
I'm getting
man.
toasted.
Yeah,
Like
for
you know what I
sure.
mean? Like
For
it's
sure.
with my loved ones. You know what I mean? So for me, it's always just like drinking with family. You can never go wrong drinking with family. Like your family's gonna make sure you're all right. Like
No, sometimes your family will fuck you over.
well, I mean, well, not my family.
The videos
But like-
and the look at you.
No, but
Please
yeah,
get this nigga
yeah,
drunk.
definitely.
Delete.
But so for me, it's just more so. That's typically the only place that I really get drunk nowadays is
Yeah.
with family or with a squad that knows like this can't be posted nowhere. Like you know
That's
what I
what's
mean?
up,
Like
yeah.
they're like
That's
this can't be.
what's up.
Like I'm gonna just enjoy this experience with you cats. I may have this video, but I'll never post it and stuff like
Right.
that. Because
Yeah.
like memories, I get it. You want to make a video for memories, but not for your timeline. Like
There you go.
like
So I know my mommy, my wife was talking about you having a retreat.
yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it because
Why did we
I
get
said
no?
I said hold on, what are you talking about? And she's
Yeah.
like, you don't see her post. I was like, yeah, but most of the time it's just like I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Like you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so all right, so I'm gonna just go into the whole brand. Okay,
Go ahead.
So
Put your brand out
so
there.
Cassie's Cure, okay, is a wellness brand.
Let me stop you there. Is that your brand?
Yes.
Is that you,
Yes,
Cassie's
Cassie's
Is
Cure.
that-
Yes.
You should have named it
I-
Mommy's
yeah.
Friend. You know what I'm saying, bro?
I know. Okay, so it's funny too because it's like all my friends from like high school, right? They either know me as Mommy or as Hetty.
Hutty, yeah.
So-
Yeah, I remember that. We're gonna talk about that.
What up?
So this whole Cassie, a lot of them are like,
What? Like,
who is Cassie? And
my
so
alter
for
ego.
me, right, that's my alter ego. For me, I'm like, this is what happened. This whole Hetty nickname is a family nickname.
okay.
And I always used to be like, this has nothing to do with the name
I
Cassandra.
thought it was from high school.
I'm
Let
like,
me
this
try that.
has-
That
yeah, that's a family nickname. My brother and sister, they were calling me that at school, so their
Wow.
friends started calling me that.
Oh.
So everyone's like, oh, that's Hetty, and I'm just like, where did I come?
fuck.
So when I went to college, I was like, scratch all that. Like nobody in college knows me here.
Right, yeah.
Oh, what's your name, Cassie?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
my name.
okay.
Like, cause Cassandra's long as hell.
Yeah.
I'm like, Cassie is the short version of Cassandra. So that's
Yeah,
when
yeah.
I just was like, Cassie. So it's cool because it's funny. Every time I come back to Mobile or like when I would meet friends and they would call me Hetty, they'll be like, oh, I mean Cassie now. I think that's what you're going by.
That's-
And so Cassie's Cure for me, it's like a play on words because for me it's like I feel like sometimes when we work places, we get to a point where we're just like, oh my gosh, I just go to work. This is so boring. I hate this. But I have to make money some way, somehow. And so for me,
Exactly.
Cassie's Cure was just kind of like, this is my cure. This is what I'm doing what I love. So when I go to work, I don't feel like work is depleting me and it's draining me. Like, yes, I work my 9 to 5, but I also do what I love. This is my passion project. I do what I love. And in the midst of doing what I love, with it being a wellness brand, it's also I've been able to help other people through my confidence coaching, through my self-love events, through my wellness events, through my self-care, self-acceptance stuff. So it's like both of us are getting that healing through my brand. You know what I mean? Like it's what I love to do, so I don't feel like my life's a complete waste at work.
That's
And
what's
also people who are like finding themselves or feeling a lot better from like my services and attending like my events and webinars and all that kind of stuff. So it's a play.
How many events have you had? Already?
Oh my! Through my brand specifically, I think I have had about maybe 2 to 3 webinars
What in the
through my brand.
Where
I
the
have a
fuck are we
retreat.
at?
I have a retreat coming up, and as far as events, I don't count them under Cassie's Cure because 2020 I was just like, this is gonna be the year that I'm actually gonna push Cassie's Cure.
Yeah.
But I probably had like maybe 10. Like, and that was just me getting friends together. Like, oh, let's do Christmas wreath decorating. Y'all come over. We just all decorate Christmas wreaths. Or like, oh,
y'all be deep though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Y'all be deep.
yeah. Or
sure.
just kind of being like,
And then, and this is all like only women, or
No,
you got guys?
it's guys as well. But
Okay.
this retreat was specifically
Just
for women because like I noticed like when I would put things out there like, hey guys, what do y'all want? Guys wouldn't say anything. And so I'm like, well, I can't.
Want some beer?
Yeah. Right. And I'm like, well, I can't throw a retreat for you and you not come to it. Because that's a waste of money on my end. You know what I mean? Whereas
NFL
women.
channels playing in the back.
Right.
UFC in the back. And you put a ring in the back so we can fuck each other up.
Right. Right. So we can beat each other.
Sandwiches.
Yeah, you know. So for me, I was just like, well, the ladies are really intrigued in this whole retreat biz. I'm going to do my first retreat for the women. And so I call it the Pieces of Peace retreat. Okay. And so what it is, it's kind of like you're getting pieces of peace. Like, especially with this pandemic going on, all this crazy stuff. I wanted to create like a little 2-day weekend to where women can kind of like just get away and relax. And I'm also finding that like, I'm a very social person. So it's easy for me to make friends.
Yeah.
A lot of women is not like that. It's not like that. It's not easy. So they're like, I don't have any friends or I'm bored. But I notice her, I'm like, oh, you can come with me. You can come with me too. And I'm like, you know what? I'm like low-key grabbing 2 people so I can make y'all become friends. Because I'm like, I've identified that y'all could connect together. Right. And it's like the older you
get. Chocolate connect?
Y'all could connect.
Oh, they said chocolate connect. I said, all right.
Well, you're a mess. But I'm like, I noticed that they could connect. And I'm just kind of like, here, let me help you find a friend. Like, both of y'all need a friend. And so through this retreat, I know women love yoga and meditation. I love yoga and meditation, so I got a yoga and meditation instructor. Wow. I got my friends to cook brunch because they're just amazing cooks. Oh my gosh, I mean. So I was like, hey, y'all are gonna do the brunch. Candles. I know women love candles, so I got a candle.
Can I ask you a big favor?
What?
So if mommy goes, don't give her any candles.
Don't give her any candles.
Just I don't like it. I don't like candles.
Oh, you don't like candles?
I hate them.
Oh, I hope she didn't sign up for that one. I don't know which package she signed up for.
I think she did.
What do you do, incense?
I don't even put perfume on. Like, that's the thing. Like if when I put perfume, it's because, oh, we're going to this, or we're doing this high gas.
You hate fragrances?
Yeah, that bugs my nose. Like, you know.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
But, you know, just.
Yeah, okay, look, I don't know which one she signed up for. She did just sign up like 2 days ago.
She did?
She did. She signed up. So I'm like, I can't make any promises.
Damn, yeah.
But, and then so soap, I got someone who makes a homemade soap bar, so they're going to be able to make their own soap. And so, and then I got an emotional intelligence coach because, you know, women, we're emotional. We be in our feelings. We like to process. So I got someone to really come out and talk to the women about, like, self-love and self-care and stuff like that.
She's about to come back and put you in your place.
So, you got a room for me? You got a room for me?
What you mean? So, I think this is going to be something that's going to be really relaxing and it's going to allow women to connect. And, like, my sister, she, like, does, like, T-shirts and masks and stuff. So I'm like, okay, I need you to make about 40 masks so everyone can be, like, clean and sanity. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm like, I need you to make sure it's... So I'm really, really excited.
That's what's up.
I think it's good. I'm hoping that, like, the women get to relax, but I'm also hoping, like, they get to at least walk away with a friend. Mm-hmm. Because the older we get, it's like, if you don't have your squad from high school or from college, like... You ain't got nobody. Like, people aren't just really.
I'm glad that she didn't tell me to go. Because, man, like, I'll be like, I'll be the motherfucker that just be like, cracking jokes.
Oh my god.
Just somebody asks you, how you feel? I feel great. You got a man? Like, you feel me? Like,
what if you got, like, emotional during one of the seminars? Mm-hmm.
I just walk away.
Okay,
what's up? What happened? What's good?
Yes,
but that's cool, man. When Lydia told me about it, I said, "What is it?" Like, I thought it was like, I don't know, retreat. Like, I don't know, thought you, because I know you do a lot of like what's it called? Fuck, I just lost the word. You just hype people up, basically. You're a hype girl.
Yeah, you're a hype girl.
Yeah, okay. So some crazy organization skills to put something like that.
Yeah. So I don't know where we stopped at, but we're talking about your whole retreat, and that's crazy that you put it together. We did say that my girl thought it was this weekend. So I don't know where you're going, Lydia.
What you got?
I don't know what you got planned, but you're a cop. You ain't going nowhere.
You thought you was getting away with
thought
this
you-
one.
yeah.
My bad, mommy.
You ain't going nowhere now.
That's
No, but
funny.
that's what's up, man. Cause
Yeah.
you know I like I'm proud that you're doing something like that. You know, cause again I always tell this story. This motherfucker whenever came and told me I want to do this podcast, I would have been not doing anything.
Yeah.
I would have been doing shit myself.
Shit, you know, and we thought about you because you know you have this spirit because you know you're a cheerleader, you had this high school spirit and shit like everything, you know. We're like we need to have her here, and then when Lydia told me about you having this retreat, I said, oh for sure, we for sure gonna have her because now like we could talk about everything like fucking candle making and shit,
Right, huh?
soap making that Lydia's not gonna
Right?
bring home because man, trust me, I don't like it.
You don't
But
like
I
it,
don't
yeah.
like it. I don't just. She turns the candles on. I'm like, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah.
I turn that shit off. It's
You're
like, I
like
know.
sneezing in the
Candles are
process.
bomb, bro. I'm an incense type of guy. I'm not
Oh,
Yeah.
talking about
Those
that,
are
I want to
nice.
show you guys some. Let me see if I can pull this off. If I can pull this.
What happened?
So it's just this thing I seen on Instagram, and somebody's calling you.
Oh.
I was like, oh, is he calling you on purpose?
But shit, I don't know how to. But
Big mistake.
I'll put it up in the screen. But it's this incense that you, like this little holder that you put on, and it comes down and it's
Oh,
like
I
a
know
dragon,
exactly what you're talking
and it's like
about,
a
yeah.
little it was man I need to
It's
look.
like a misty kind of like a.
It looks so
like a
cool.
fog?
I don't know how to
Like
look.
The smoke goes through.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a fog, like a waterfall.
It's so fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm. I think I
Um,
saw it on Twitter.
That will make you get some incense.
Yes, I don't know how to look for my shit. The shit that I
that's what I'm
saved.
gonna take. You hear this?
Oh,
Oh,
right here.
Record this. Mom.
Right
Write
here.
this down.
Right here, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Let me see if they have a video. Check this out.
I knew he was talking about one of those kind of type things. Yeah.
Yo, this looks like
Yeah.
I would just sit there and watch it.
Yeah, just
Like,
watch it.
just
yeah.
like, oh shit. But you know the reason why I don't like candles, and I mean I don't really care, but I got reptiles and they're really sensitive with smell and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So before my mom moved down, we're by ourselves. I had my reptile. Well, I had 2 reptiles in the room, and she was like, candles up, and she's like, oh, and I'm like, Lydia, that's not good for the. Oh, I looked it up. It is. No, it's not. Like,
Yeah.
show me where it says. Show me the facts. You feel me? Like,
But how do you know it's not good for them?
Yeah,
They can't smell or something?
the thing is, they could smell. I watch a lot of YouTube, and I'm like, and before I got into it, I did my research. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I said, yeah, just don't turn it on, and if you are, turn it down outside with my mom's candles. And sorry, I'm texting, but somebody set me up. But yeah, I just don't like that. But I guess I just let it slide because it's your retreat. So I let it slide.
It's one of mommy candles.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess.
mommy candle. You can come through. But
Yeah.
you went to Houston, and I always ask my guests this, because you went to Houston and you were in the South.
Mm-hmm.
You like country?
Do I like country?
Yeah.
That's a no.
Okay, like
What is this? I'm fucking.
It kind of depends.
I'm all in 7.
Yeah, but yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not like deep. Like, yes, we need some country music, but I'm not 100% against it because I ain't gonna hold you. There are some country bangers out there.
Yeah.
Like they got some slappers.
I'm gonna put Marion on. Watch.
I'm not gonna
By the
lie.
end of this fucking podcast, Marion's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm a country boy."
Yeah. So I'm not like deep into it,
Mm.
but it's not something that I just also would just completely skip on the radio or on
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
Phone or anything. Yeah.
Biggest skip ever for me.
What?
Yeah,
You know what?
quick skip.
Step out. No, but and also, I mean, talking about music, what do you listen to? Like, what is that? Like, what influenced you as a like, you know, you're doing your motivation. There you go, motivation speaker. That's
Motivational
what that's
speaker.
what
Oh, yeah.
you're hype man,
Yeah.
hype women. You know what I'm saying? But that's what like
like
when you put this retreat together, like you say, oh fuck, when you listen to something like, oh shit, I need to do this.
okay, my motivation, okay, all right, my real like, all right, savage kind of type like girl getting your bag stuff is obviously like Meg Thee Stallion and Beyonce.
She got shot.
They're very, I know, it's the
Yeah.
fun. Did you see the video? LA PD is trash, but we're not gonna get into that.
Wow.
But
I mean, fuck the pig.
Yeah, like honestly, the way they handled the whole situation. But
oh, it was here in LA. I didn't know it was here in LA.
Yeah.
I didn't even know who the fuck this girl was
until
everybody was, oh, she got shot. I was like, who the fuck is this? Like, oh, you don't watch TikTok? Excuse me. 10K on TikTok, okay?
10K.
But
she's really popping, and I just think like her music really gets me going. Whether that's in the gym.
And she's from Houston.
Yes, she's a Houston hottie. Yes. Her music gets me going in the gym. It just gets me in grind mode.
Yeah.
Her and Beyonce, they really put me in my grind mode. But when I'm not trying to be in my grind mode, usually it's Jhené Aiko. I think that's how you say her name.
I think I know who you're talking about. She's like, she kind of look Hawaiian. Is that her? No, I'm
Jhené Aiko?
No, never mind.
She's bad.
That's how we're saying she's bad. That's it. She's bad. That's it. Oh, okay.
I don't know who she is.
She's very she's just amazing. She's a phenomenal singer. She's very into like having your chakras aligned and like sound baths and things like that, and incorporating that into her music and stuff. But look her up. She has a couple albums out. They're very, very soothing.
She seems like she's kind of like not. I don't want to say crazy, but there's a side of her that's like.
You know what? Everyone says that. Like
yeah, like something that we're not seeing.
Okay, here's the thing.
She's like a little nut, like you know what I mean.
Here's the thing, because I always tell people like she's not crazy. To be honest, I feel like if you really pay attention to the stuff that she sings about, because she sings about her feelings, her relationships, and all that kind of stuff. But think about all the women that can relate to her music.
Right.
So essentially, she's really singing about a lot of the feelings that women feel, but we don't speak on because we're made to feel bad for saying it. So she's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna put it in my music. And so everyone's like, oh my gosh, yes, this is so good, this is so perfect. Yeah. But so it's like, she looks crazy, but like, this is what half of us are thinking. Like, you know what I mean? This is how half of us
exactly
are feeling.
What you said. Like, when I listen to, like, because I'm not a big rap fan. I mean, I like rap, but like you said, it has to connect to me. It has to be, like, it has to talk about something I went through or something that, it relates to me. If not, I just don't mess with it. Like, but country is good. So, yeah, that motivates, I mean, that, and I also seen you went live the other day and you were dancing. It was live, right?
Yeah. Okay, you know what? I've been going live a lot.
Yeah.
Are you talking about on my own personal Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Well, you got 2 Instagrams?
Yes. So I have one for my personal page, and then I have one for my brand and my business.
Oh, I don't have you on that one.
Okay, I gotta add.
And that's why Lydia probably seen all this shit and I didn't.
Yeah, because I think that my personal opinion, I like to separate the two, because for my Cassie's Cure brand, I like to know who is truly there for my Cassie's Cure content. And so I have my friends on my personal page, and it's like, instead of forcing all of my followers to just have to watch Cassie's Cure, I was like, no, I want you to follow me because you're truly, genuinely interested in Cassie's Cure. Like, cool. Not just because it's like, oh, we're friends and I have to support you. Some people can mix the profile, and it works for them. That's perfectly fine. But I wanted to differentiate the two, because also it's like, if I'm motivating you on this page and then kind of twerking on this one, you'll be like, oh shit.
Hold on. What are you telling me? What are you telling me? Are you telling me that candles? All these candles? What's going on?
Yeah. So my personal life, just like, this is my personal life. This is what I do. And then my brand one is like, that's where I'm really just focused on like my business and my brand and my services and stuff like that. So for me, separating the two works, but I know some people who combine the two.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. I have 3 pages. I got my fucking
You
dogs.
have 3 pages?
Yeah. I got my dogs page. I got my personal page, and I got the In the Woods page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
I got 2 pages.
You have 3 pages.
I don't follow you on no other.
What are you doing the third one? I twerk.
No, but yeah, so just kind of really separating the two was what was the best choice for me personally. And so yeah, but I went on live with my business coach. Actually, I was talking to Marmar a little bit about it, because people are always asking me tips on like, oh, how are you building your brand? What are you doing? And I was just like, well, I actually went and hired a business coach because I'm serious about it. Not saying you can't be serious if you don't hire a business coach.
That's deep as fuck.
But for me, I was just kind of like, all right, I don't know everything. I want to learn it. I want to know what I need to do to build my brand, build my business, build my customers. And I went and hired someone. I had met her in undergrad, and I kind of just like watched her for a little while, and I was just kind of like, okay, you know what? This feels like a safe investment into myself.
Oh yeah.
So I hired her, and she really just walked me through some things of like really like how I want to set up my page, like how I want to present myself, how I want to tell, what kind of services do I want to offer, how am I going to define my service, just walking me through the basic steps and necessities and things that I needed for my brand and stuff. And so I had her hop on and just kind of so she can give advice to my followers, because I was like, people are always asking me about you. And the thing is, like, business coaches, they're not cheap, but they're also not super expensive, you know? And it's like you get in what you get out of it what you pay. You know, if you pay $5, you can get $5 worth of advice.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to get. And so she was gracious enough to come on to my business page and be like, all right, I'm going to drop some gems and share with your followers X, Y, and Z. So she came. And
are you going to drop some gems for us?
What
gems do you have for us?
Yeah.
Well, business-related gems or just gems in general?
Well, I mean, I don't. I think, yeah, because, I mean, we're going in business and put on a little bit. You know, T-shirts.
Yeah, T-shirts. You know what I'm saying?
No, but, yeah, drop some for our viewers.
I mean, you can't just, you got to let me know what you want to know. I can't just.
We want to know it all.
Ooh, I don't even, okay,
we want to know the first steps of being successful.
All right, you guys keep talking. My other guest is here.
Okay.
So you guys keep talking about it.
Oh,
cool. You said the first steps.
Not that we're super busy or famous, but yeah.
No, they're famous. They're definitely famous. You said
just not first steps, but something that maybe we should have on our minds all the time. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. I think that some of the things that are really important that I've learned is like knowing why you want to have a business or a brand.
Yeah.
So like, Poppy was like, "Oh, I want to sell shirts." Okay, like why?
Right.
Like, do you want to just sell shirts just to sell shirts? Like.
That's big because there's a lot of people out
there
just
everyone's
selling
shirts. Yeah, like what value is like your shirt gonna bring to my life as a customer?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why should I choose your shirt over everybody else's shirt? Is it the fabric? Is it cheaper? Does it have a meaning that I stand behind? Like, why do you want to sell this product? You know? And then I think second guest coming in. The engagement aspect of it, really just kind of like getting those followers engaged. Like, if you follow my Cassie's Cure page, you'll see that I'm always like, oh, comment below, because it's like I want to build that relationship with you to where it's like I don't want you to think I'm just trying to sell you something.
Yeah. Like,
no, talk to me. Like, you're more than just a customer, essentially. Like, people want to know that you care about them, and it's like they're not.
I said, like I find you what the fuck is going on.
They're not gonna just like buy your product or invest in you. Just because they want to make sure their investment is like worthwhile, and like they're not just like, oh, I bought this shirt and now Abraham never talks to me again. Like, they want to know, like, I bought this shirt, here's the meaning behind it, I stand behind the meaning of his shirts. I know that if I started a business or a brand, he'd probably support me. You know what I mean? Like, if you're telling everybody watch your podcast, but you're not watching nobody else's podcast, then you're like, I ain't never watching your shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Hell no. You know what I mean? So really, like, giving other people like that same energy or that same respect that you want them to pour into your business and your brand, and just know everyone's gonna make shirts. Don't feel threatened. Like, I feel like there's so many people who are like, I don't want to make shirts no more because more and more is making shirts. But it's like, no, y'all both can make shirts. Maybe y'all partner and make a shirt together. Like, don't get threatened by the competition. See what you can learn from them and collaborate with them.
So when we started this, like you said, that when we started the podcast, I told Mari I've been watching a lot of podcasts. I mean, I've been doing my research because you remember Lorenzo, right? Mm-hmm. Big Lorenzo, man, always give him a shout out because man, he's the one that he's basically the one that we started with all this shit, right? Mm-hmm. And so I did all my research, and I know I wanted to be somebody doing this. I want to be behind the camera and be in front of it. So I told Mari, I was like, man, we have to do this, we have to do that. I'm doing my research. And like you say, if you don't like support somebody else's podcast, then who's gonna watch your podcast? You know what I'm saying? So like, say if you started your own podcast, boom, you remember Mark, right?
Yeah,
Mark's sister has a podcast, and I watched it.
Was it good?
It's good.
Wow.
It's good, even though it's all about women. I was like, okay. I put my hair down. I was like, you know what? Okay, I feel it. You feel me? But it was good, and like I shout her out and everything because
he said I'll put my hair. I didn't even catch that.
I thought, I'm like, okay.
But that's I know, like, her shit is good too. So I'm hoping, like, she sees ours and it does the same thing that you said. But That's what's up, man. That's I want to go to one of your retreats. Maybe you should have a guy one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I actually was talking to because one of my friends. I hear this a lot from men.
I could be your your host.
You know, I can host the retreat for you.
Welcome to the retreat.
I hear this from my guy friends all the time, and they're like, "Man, women have all these support groups, finance support, emotional support. Women have all of this stuff, and guys, we don't have any of this. We don't have anything." And I'm thinking, like, do y'all know if I was a man? You know how rich I would be? Because I would go and create this shit myself. Like, instead of saying we don't have it, I would create that shit myself and make bank. Because so many men want it. So many men want it.
Do it.
Like, oh my gosh, I would become a millionaire. Like, if I was a guy that off of just doing whatever guys need or whatever the case. But I think for me, a friend, I was telling him, I was like, the thing about retreats though is, I think I would have to learn what retreat for men look like. And so I think the avenue
a bunch of strippers. Just kidding.
Just kidding. You're horrible.
Just kidding, Lydia. I love you.
The avenue that I would go down with the retreat really is actually kind of getting high school boys, right? And then pairing them up and then bringing like college guys or just older guys to come and speak at workshops for them. I feel like I do a retreat like that because it's like I can't teach a young high school boy. You know what I mean? That's the way I would do my men's retreat. And I feel like older men, whether they were in college or not, they'd buy into it because they're like, I want to impact younger men. But like I couldn't go and be like, all right, y'all gonna make candles at this retreat. Y'all gonna
you never know. You never know. There's some niggas out there that want to make candles.
More so of me being like, all right, all your little nephews and stuff, tell them to come. This is where they'll stay. And then I'm going to have men come and present to them throughout the day and stuff on men topics or whatever the case may be. Yeah. And I think that's buy-in to the older population as well as the younger. And I'm just like, here y'all go. Like, you know what I mean? But
making money.
Should we take that?
No, I mean, honestly, truly.
I mean, we can. Hold on. We can take it as a partnership.
I'm just saying, like, we all be there. Do it like Cassie, so I ain't even tripping.
Look. We can do it, but as a partnership. You feel? We'll be the face of the guys. You feel me?
Guys, right? I got y'all. No, yeah, definitely.
And you be the background. You know, you're doing your thing. Like you're getting everything, getting the bread. You know, just cut it off.
But honestly, that's even the same. I was telling, I don't know if I spoke to Lydia, but I was like, for me, this retreat's not even really about the money. Like, honestly.
Until you love this shit.
Yeah. I was just like, I'm not making anything off this retreat. Like, if people saw, like, I'm like, because people are like, these prices are so high. I'm like, okay, you pay for this Airbnb that costs like $2,000. Like, you pay for this. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, you're paying literally for what you're getting.
So I had a friend today that asked me, he said, hey, man, are you getting paid for your podcast? I said, nah. Are you dumb?
Not yet.
I said, hold on. I said, I'm not doing this podcast because I want to get paid. Well, you know, a little bit, yes, I want to get paid. Eventually, I want to, get money off of it. But I'm doing this because I love doing this. I'm not just, let me make this. Because if it was for money, I wouldn't be.
We're in the negative.
We are in the negatives.
Like,
you feel me? But it wouldn't be even like this. I would have like hire all the people. You feel me? Like I would try to get the biggest fucking names in the world to come in and be on a podcast. But I was like, I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because this is what I want to do from a 9 to 5 job. You feel me? When I wake up, like, hey, Marianne, we got 6 people coming in today. Bring your ass over here. Oh, you know what? I can't make it today. Hey, bro. Did your guest show up? Like, just show up, motherfucker.
Why you gotta bring up
But that's, and it's crazy that you said that. Like, you know, I'm not doing it for the money, but you know,
and it doesn't always start like that. Like as I said, like I'm barely starting. Like remember how I was like, I wouldn't count some of the previous events because like essentially I literally was just like, hey y'all, this is how much it costs to do this event. Let's all split the proceeds like evenly, and I'll go buy the stuff and we'll just do this shit together. And so like over time, essentially, I was just kind of like, you know what, I would love to do this kind of stuff for a living, like. How can I get to a point to where I can make money off of it for my livelihood, but also not charge people an arm and leg to where they feel like Cassie's trying to charge me $500 for a T-shirt? Like that's a little extreme right there. Like that's some Kanye.
That's what our T-shirts are going for. That's what our T-shirts are going for.
No. You know what I'm saying? And it's just kind of like half of Kanye's clothes. I just feel like I could just go cut some of mine up in the closet and like just call it a day and like, all right, this is a Yeezy shirt or whatever.
Yeah.
But like. I think that's the importance of it. Like, people want to know that you're not just trying to make money off of them. And in the beginning, there's going to be a lot of things that you do for free because you have to build your brand's name.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You also got to get that experience of, like, learning how to host with guests. Or, you know what I mean? Or learning how to do promo shout-outs or, like, sponsorship. You have to get that experience. Like, because right now, if y'all had, let's say, like, 20,000 viewers, y'all would be like, oh, shit, like, you would kind of like it, but you'd also be like,
oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm not ready for that yet.
Well,
like,
that's what
there's
happened
so much more we need to do to get to the 20,000. So that's why for me, like, as my Instagram platform has grown for Cassie's Cure, like, in like 2 or 3 months, I had gained like maybe 500 to 600 followers, and I was kind of like, oh shit, I'm not sure, I'm not ready to launch yet. Like, where are all these followers? In my
That's the same thing what happened on my TikTok. I didn't really think about it. Like, I was like, it's gonna be the same thing as Instagram, 500 followers.
Yeah.
Nothing like that, you know. And then I started like every day was 100.
Yeah.
What did you do to make it boom from?
Just dropping my hair.
You just dropped my hair.
Old ladies like niggas with long hair.
Old ladies.
And that's, and if you see my comments, that's all. It's all it is. Sorry if you guys watch this.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you know, like,
Yeah.
and one of my friends told me, is like, it's like you are kind of different. Like, you, like, everybody was doing this little dance and you switched it up.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, oh, fuck, look at this shit. Like, and when I hit 10,000, I was like, even when I hit 1,000, I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Because I don't even have that in my Instagram. I don't even have 1,000 in my Instagram.
You're like, I wasn't ready for this exposure.
I was like, hold on, like, and then when I hit 10 yesterday, I was like, I told her, like, oh shit, now that means I have to post like every fucking day, like, and sometimes I was like, I don't like some of this shit.
You don't
like,
know what the fuck to post.
I was like, what do I do? Like,
Yeah.
what? I'm like going through TikTok trying to get ideas, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, lady, I'm gonna go put a video, and I fucking come in here, and I'm here for like 30 minutes trying to decide what to do, and like, I didn't. He's like, did you do it? Nah.
Right.
Like, I'm like, what do I do? So. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That, you know, that's
like you want to be prepared for that audience when they come, because if they come too soon, then you start getting
like, oh shit, like what? Like,
what were you gonna say, Marmar?
No, speaking of what do I do, where do you get your inspiration from, and how do you keep it? Like he said, you have to be you have to just keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you?
I think for me, these are just topics that I'm passionate about. For me, like, remember I said this is Cassie's Cure. Remember, like, it's for y'all, but it's for me at the same time.
Right.
So this is giving me an outlet to talk about the things that I've always wanted to talk about. So that's kind of where I get it from. Like, I love talking about, like, building up someone's confidence. I love talking about self-doubt and, like, what the root of it truly is. I love talking about, like, how to overcome trauma, like, pain, wellness, all that. But then also, too, with the people who follow me, I ask them, what do y'all want to hear about at the same time?
Exactly.
So, like, I talk about what I want to talk about, but tell me what you want to hear about, too. And then those who respond, I really take that into consideration and be like, all right, well, next week, this is the topic. Because someone said this was the topic that they wanted to talk about. Like, doing a little bit of assessment and stuff like that. So...
We might just steal that idea and
Yeah,
put that on our fucking thing. Hey,
Like,
what
hey,
we
what
talking
y'all
about?
wanna hear about?
This
Yeah.
week, what we gonna talk about? I like it.
We don't care what y'all want.
Yeah.
We don't give a fuck. We gonna talk about our shit.
I know you said you want to talk about this, but actually this week we're going to talk
Nah,
about
we ain't talking about none of that. We talking about this shit.
Right.
You go live on Instagram every single week.
Yeah, that's the goal. Every week.
I was somewhere and I seen somebody watching you on live, and I was like, I know her. I didn't want to tell the person I knew, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, whoa.
Yeah, I know.
It changed the way I thought about this podcast because I was just like, wow, people do show support.
Yeah.
And that was big for me to see.
It's like, you know, like Winston, my nigga. Like, I didn't even really think about, like, the podcast, like, as what we, like, the 6 episodes that we dropped so far. I didn't really think about that it's gonna, like, hit people like how it hit.
Yeah.
A lot of people hit me like, dude, like, you're so, like it's real.
Yeah.
Like, you real. Like, it's nothing fake about what you're talking about. You're real. Like, you're really talking about some real shit. You know, talking about you taking a shit in the corner of the fucking apartments or you guys fucking breaking windows and shit. Like, we all did that. And everybody wants to hear that. Like a lot of people in a podcast are they're talking about, like, other shit, but people that are in the hood, they don't really hear that. They don't really hear, like, oh shit, like, when I was listening to that, I'm like, when a homie said, I was listening to the last podcast that we dropped, it's like, you taking a dump on the corner, bro. It's like, I did that a couple times. And I'm like, damn, I thought I was the only motherfucker that did that. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, nah, bro. It's like, a bunch of niggas, I mean, you know, that's why the plants are growing so good. They just fucking fertilize that motherfucker real good. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's true. Like, you know, people do show fucking love for,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
fertilizing the plants. Shout out to AB.
Yeah, and when you're real, you're raw, and you're genuine. It just comes to you naturally.
And you know, like my other, you know, projects that I did, it was like mostly you can't do this, like you cannot do that, you can't cuss. I was like, do you fucking hear when I talk? Every fucking other sentence is fuck,
yeah.
So like I can't, and I would like, oh fuck, I can't. Like in my head I'm talking and like they would look at me like, okay, let me.
Yeah, I remember one of my clients, she was kind of really nervous. She was like, I get nervous going on Instagram Live, like I can't, and I'm like, everyone gets it. Like when you're starting off, like you're nervous, like tops, like you're just like literally we're recording right now, and like ain't nobody seen it yet. But if it's like your first episode, you're like, oh my gosh, I messed up already. It's like you know you can re-record there, like ain't nobody.
I mean that's what we did.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? And it's just like you're nervous because it's like you're putting yourself out there in a way that you don't usually put yourself out in front of people. You're putting yourself out there for judgment. You know what I mean? Like that's just essentially what it is at the end of the day.
I need that.
You're putting yourself out there for some people to be like,
haters.
yo, this is
I
what's
need
up,
fucking
or
haters.
it's not. You know what I mean? And so it's up to you to determine like, are you gonna like listen to the haters like and just really think you can't do it, or are you just gonna be like, keep coming haters, I'm gonna keep going.
That's
like,
what I say. If you don't have haters, you haven't made it yet. Because people always gonna hate. You know what I'm saying?
I always tell people like whether it's like talent shows or like public speaking, anything. Honestly, people are gonna give you their opinion, but it's like they're giving you their opinion from their couch.
Yeah.
Like
they're not
in the court with you. They're not out there shooting in the gym. They're giving you their opinion from their couch. They couldn't even hop on stage and talk in front of you.
And that's what we were talking about last week. Well, with the whole fight. Yeah. Like it's so easy to say do this, do that, but you're not doing it because I was in that ring before, and it's like. Your coaches, you hear your coach say, throw this, throw that. I'm like, okay, I'm going to throw it, but nothing comes out. You throw something completely different. Like, are you not listening to me? Yes, I'm listening to you, but shit, I'm there. Like, you're not there. I'm throwing my fucking punches.
Right, yeah.
But it's true. Like, you know, you're giving your opinion from the couch, and it's true. Like, that's totally true. And then
I feel like if you can just give, like, your opinion, you're not offering a solution, then you really ain't shit. Because it's like, I feel like if you're gonna complain about it, at least have a solution to go with it. Like if you're not giving me any advice, then you're just criticizing. It's not constructive. It's no point in it. You're just literally one ear and not the other, and it's like.
So I have a story time.
Story
so
time.
I went live on TikTok a couple days ago, right?
Well, you can go live on TikTok.
Yes.
I need to learn how to use it.
You had to hit 1,000.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Superstar.
My bad.
This is verified. Sorry, you wouldn't know nothing about it.
No, but so like I always tell when I go to TikTok, I'm more like let's listen to music because I like music, and you know if you guys follow me on Instagram, I do a lot of music reviews. So I'm like, what kind of music I listen to? So this guy hopped on, right? So he's telling me, listen to this one, listen to this guy. So I'm like, man, I'm playing the song. So I was like, man, this guy sucks. And I'm saying it like, man, this shit sucks. This shit sucks. So this girl comment, hey, I was like, is that you? And the guy goes, yeah. And I looked down and said, oh, fuck. I felt bad, you feel me? But I was like, damn, like, I just probably killed this guy's dream. But I told him, like, look, man, I was like, I didn't mean no disrespect to that. I keep it 100. Like, what I hear is not what he hears, you know. Your voice could be good to that person, but to me, I don't really fuck with your music like that. Yeah. You know, I'm more like, and I told him, I was like, I'm more like, if it has a meaning, it hits me, you feel me? If the beat is good, and I'm starting explaining it to him, he's like, oh, no problem, man, no problem. Then he takes off. Like, he leaves my life, and I'm like, shit. So I'm telling everybody that's in my life, and I said, look, I'm not that guy. I'm sorry. Yeah. I just keep it 100. Like, I probably sound like a dick, but it was just my honest opinion. And I did tell him, like, you know, maybe if you change your lyrics, and maybe if you change your beat a little bit, it's more catchy. Yeah. Your beat is not catchy. Yeah. But I don't think he liked it.
And that's the generation we live in, where they care more about the beat than they do the lyrics.
And that's me.
Like, and
that's
and I'm just kind of like, okay, because like for me, people always ask me who my favorite rapper is, and I say J. Cole, and they're like, oh, he is so whack. But I'm like, every time he raps, like I can like hear a story or I can hear something, and they're like, and I don't get that from every rapper that I listen to. Exactly. Like, you know what I mean? Exactly. Like. And I'm like, I get it from him, and I like it, and so I'm just like, that's my favorite rapper.
You know who I wait, when you say J. Cole, you know who I think about? Tommy Sketch.
I was thinking about him as when you were talking about somebody hopping on your live. I was thinking, like, oh, Tommy Sketch, yeah.
Tommy Sketch, literally, I swear, if Tommy Sketch and J. Cole get together.
Oh
Tommy
my
Sketch
gosh.
come through,
That's
man.
the collab of the year.
Oh, god
Yeah,
damn,
Tommy
dude.
Sketch.
Like, Tommy Sketch will blow that. But yeah, man. Oh, shit. Oh. Beers is about to fall off and shit.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. Okay, Winston is what he goes by. Cool, got it.
so your yeah, so your retreat is when?
August 14th through 16th.
14 to that's a whole weekend.
Yeah. So okay, what it is like, well, I mean,
Are they spending the night there?
yeah.
Oh shit! Like,
Okay, well,
I'm trying to have my own alone
Right,
time.
no,
Can
okay.
you give
So
Lydia a
here's
free
the
night?
thing. This is what happened. This is what
Shit,
happened.
party.
So, some of the girls will spend the night in the Airbnb, and then some of the girls will come and they do the day pass, the full day pass for Saturday all day, and then other girls will do half day passes or whatever the case for Saturday afternoon or evening, and then Sundays, like, that's when we leave the Airbnb. So the girls who spent the night, they actually finally have to pack up their stuff, and then we go home and stuff. So that's why it's just like a week.
And is this a like a limited spot only, or you? It's
So it's definitely, I only have a certain amount of tickets for sure. But I did it that way because I'm quarantined, COVID, like, you know what I mean? So it's like I want them to have fun, but I want it to be safe. So I'm like, I can't have 100 people here. You know what I mean? So it is like first come first serve when you buy the tickets. It's in Corona. I think it's gonna be a great time. So
how much is a ticket? Well, what's the prices?
it depends. All right, so when you stayed overnight, it was $275.
Okay.
And it's like the whole day is like $250.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's like a half day for $125. Then there's like another one that's like $75. There's one like that's $50. So I'm like, it's different price ranges.
There's one for $30, but you're just gonna sit in the front of the fucking thing and look through the window.
But I remember, as I was saying like a little bit earlier, just kind of like covering the cost of
definitely.
everything.
No,
It was
definitely.
like,
That's dope.
I think I spent a month on really trying to.
So
like,
I'm a ask you a favor.
Mm-hmm.
When you do another one, let us know. So I would love to do a giveaway.
A couple of males.
to my viewers.
yeah.
I would love to do that. And I mean, I don't know if there's plenty of women watching this, but if there,
Absolutely. Are you
but if there's,
You see how I look at him? He loves it.
Maya is the only single man in the.
Wow.
Are you single?
Yeah.
Single, bilingual, ready to be
Single,
go.
bilingual, and ready to mingle. Okay.
me?
I'm gonna use that. Single, bilingual, and
But
ready to mingle.
I'm not, so I'm sorry. But
okay.
I would love to do like a giveaway for one of my. So when you have another one, we could work something out.
Yeah.
And so we
That's
could,
what's up.
we could tap in, man.
Yeah.
I thought about that just now.
You know
too.
what I'm saying?
That was real quick on the spot.
Bow, I'm fast, bro.
Wow.
Quick with it.
I appreciate the love and support, and I definitely know the women would love it, or whoever attends will love it. You know, you gotta run it by mommy first.
You know what? You
For sure. You definitely have a bundle coming your way. You definitely
But
got
you know
something
what I'm
coming your way.
saying? She gonna be like, you could have bought my ticket. Sponsor me. That's how mommy would do it.
Man, you know what? I got another story time. So my wife's birthday is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
It's next week. So she wanted this wax thing, right? Like to wax herself.
Mm-hmm.
So it came in. I didn't know that the shit was coming in that day.
Mm-hmm.
She opened the goddamn package and I'm like, fuck.
Right.
So she tried to tape it and shit, like pretend nothing happened. So I got home and I was like, shit, I said, no, please don't tell me this is her gift.
Yeah.
So I go over there and it's open. So I was like, fuck. I was like, well, I mean, you already know, so just open it.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, well, can I try it on you? I said, sure. You know, as a nice husband I am.
As a nice husband.
I let her wax my whole chest.
Oh my goodness.
And I asked her, can I just wax your armpit? One armpit?
Absolutely not.
She wouldn't let you.
She
What?
did it yesterday.
Of course not.
She let me do one piece.
What?
And she want to rip the rest off. And I was like, come on.
What?
But yeah,
How does your chest feel?
it's smooth.
It's smooth. I'm gonna say, like, don't sleep on
Smooth.
waxing. Waxing
Yo,
is
hey,
the
but
way.
look,
Don't sleep on
but look.
waxing.
Wow.
I give women mad
Oh yeah.
props
Oh yeah.
for that. To wax the thing, bro.
Their thing.
She got to here, and she was waxing, and I said, okay, we can stop right there.
Right there.
Oh.
I like the lower part of your belly. She got there. Yeah.
Yes, like we're almost to the pubic
I
bone.
keep trying to tell
I
people, women
know
got some
women.
type of strength.
Yo, it's
If a whole
crazy.
baby with they big ass head could come out of you.
That's crazy.
Women got strength, man.
That's different.
Not
like that, but
Yeah, that's crazy. Women is well, women wear anything.
They are the way.
But I will put everything down below. I really appreciate
Thank
you
you for
coming by,
having
man.
me.
I really, I when Maureen hit me with the idea to get you in here, I said, let's do it now.
Yeah. Oh, can I ask you, like, how did you come about that idea? Like, thank y'all. I appreciate
We
it.
just had we had people already lined up. Like we're like we definitely want this person. We definitely want this person, and you're one of them. But
the first woman.
Yeah, for
first
real.
woman on the
Hey.
podcast.
I told Marion we need a girl in here because when the episode with Marion, he was talking about Marion, fucking Mark. He was talking about his sister's podcast.
Yeah.
So I said, oh shit, we need a girl. So then Marion was like, oh, let's hit Cassandra.
Yeah.
And then I said, for sure.
Yeah.
I was like, let me know what happened, and he hit me up. Said Cassandra said Thursday.
She's very busy.
Yeah.
I was making calls for the last 2 weeks every day. Like.
Honestly, I literally, like, when he told me, I was like, what's the day and time? And he was just like, Thursday at 6 p.m. And I was like, all right, cool, I'll put you on my calendar. Because I always tell people, if I don't put it on my calendar, it's not happening. Like, it has to go on my calendar. And, like, literally, as soon as I pulled up, it was like, ding, like, podcast with, and I'm like, I'm already here, like, boy, here.
I appreciate you coming by, for real, letting you know what the woods are. But if I didn't let you know what the woods are, is where we grew up, and it's what made us. So I really appreciate you. You're part of the Woods family for sure. Before you leave out of here, and before we end this, you have to sign this table. Yes.
Okay.
But let me tell you the rules.
What's the rules?
Because Mark just
This is Mark.
That's Mark.
That's Mark.
That's
right
Mark.
here.
That's been his name. This is
Mark didn't let me explain the
what
rules.
the rules are.
Don't sign in the letter. Sign around the letters.
Okay.
I don't know if you wanna. We got letters.
You can sign anywhere you want.
You got the W. You got the O's. You got the S's. You got the
Okay.
I's. Whatever you wanna sign.
Okay, I'm gonna sign right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna put Cassie's Cure.
Yeah,
Okay.
do that. Hey, it's official.
That's a fact.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Oh, look at that signature.
Wow.
Hey, my signature look like shit. Looks like the scribblers and shit.
I'm just like, okay.
But I really appreciate you coming by, man. I really do.
Thank you.
Again, when you have another event, let us know so we can shout you out too. And I was gonna tell you should do a couples one.
A couple?
So
a
maybe they could go.
couples retreat? I got y'all.
So I can
Couples retreat.
but don't get no counselors, don't get none of that. Just have fun shit.
Counselor? I want to make sure y'all loving each other correctly.
But you know what, guys? If you guys can do me a favor, go ahead and follow my girl Mami on Instagram. Everything will be down below, but you can put your Instagram tags out there. What's your Instagram?
Cassie's Cure, CassieScure, and then my other one is Cassie B.
Cassie B, get it right, BB.
_.
It will be down in the down below, guys. Make sure you guys go check her out. Hut thing in the house. If you guys want to do this retreat, I don't know how many spots you have left, but make sure you guys go hit her up and make sure you guys stay tuned. If you guys want to go make some candles and soap and talk to a coach,
drink some mimosas and have a nice brunch. Come
wow.
Oh shit! I might just pop up for the brunch.
Right, because I'm your cameraman. Like,
what happened to the food? What happened to the food?
For real.
Oh, before we leave, talking about mimosas, another story time.
What happened?
So it was my birthday a couple years ago. My mom said, "I'm gonna take you to this restaurant." I said, "Oh, for sure." So we got early as unlimited mimosas. So we go. I don't like mimosas. I don't like champagne at all.
Sweet.
Gross. First of all. You like mimosas? What kind of nigga are you?
Look,
I think it depends.
classy nigga.
I'm a classy man. Hey, but so I was like, I don't like this shit. So I kept, giving them to Lydia. And then Lydia, man, she got drunk. Like, I'm telling you, drunk. I said, what are we, like, are you gonna go to sleep? Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Right.
She was like, I don't feel good. She came home and knocked out for like 4 or 5 hours.
What?
And I was like, well, there goes my birthday.
Wow.
Oh my God.
But Mommy, I really appreciate you for coming by.
Thank you for coming.
I appreciate you. I really do. Whenever you want to come back, man, you're
Yes,
more than
whenever y'all
welcome.
have me.
You're more than welcome, man. So we could turn back up and talk about more stories about high school. Because we had some good stories going on.
The hustler.
I had that hustler,
Teach y'all
man.
how to sell candy.
Next episode, we're gonna teach y'all to sell candy.
Right, huh?
Profit.
Profit. We're gonna have everything she used to sell right here.
Right, definitely. That's funny.
But always, guys, stay blessed, be blessed, one love.